Before your precious coffee beans even reach the roaster and ultimately your grinder, they undergo a critical stage that profoundly influences the flavors that will eventually bloom in your cup processing. This refers to the meticulous methods used to remove the outer layers of the coffee cherry, finally revealing the seed, the green coffee bean as we know it. Each distinct processing method subtly yet significantly alters the chemical composition of the bean, and as a result, dramatically shapes the final flavor profile of your brewed coffee. Let's explore the three primary coffee processing methods and the unique flavor characteristics they impart. In the washed processing method, the outer fruit of the coffee cherry is completely removed from the beans before they are laid out to dry. This typically involves pulping the cherries to remove the skin and some of the pulp, followed by a fermentation stage in water tanks to break down the remaining sticky mucilage. Finally, the beans are thoroughly washed clean and then carefully dried on patios or raised beds. Flavor profile of washed coffee. Often characterized by a clean and bright acidity allowing for clear and distinct flavor notes to shine through. The inherent characteristics of the bean's origin are often more pronounced. Popular regions for washed coffee, commonly found in Colombia, Kenya, and many regions throughout Central America. In the natural processing method, the entire coffee cherry skin, pulp, and bean is dried together before any of the fruit is removed. This prolonged contact between the bean and the drying fruit allows for a significant transfer of sugars and flavors. Once the cherries have dried to the desired moisture content, the dried fruit is then removed, revealing the coffee bean. Flavor profile of natural coffee often exhibits intense fruity and sometimes wine-like notes, along with a heavier body and a typically lower acidity. Popular regions for natural coffee, widely practiced in Ethiopia and Brazil, among other regions. The honey process is a fascinating hybrid method that falls somewhere between the washed and natural processes. In this technique, the coffee cherries are pulped to remove the skin and some of the outer pulp, but a varying amount of the sweet, sticky mucilage, the honey, is intentionally left clinging to the bean during the drying phase. The amount of mucilage left and the drying conditions significantly influence the final flavor. Flavor profile of honey coffee, often described as having a noticeable sweetness, a balanced acidity, and a syrupy body. It can also exhibit a range of fruit and caramel-like notes depending on the specific honey process used. Popular regions for honey coffee, frequently employed in Costa Rica and El Salvador as well as other Central American countries. The chosen processing method acts as a crucial intermediary, capable of either enhancing or subtly muting certain inherent flavor compounds within the coffee bean. Washed coffees tend to showcase a bright and clean profile, allowing the origin characteristics to truly express themselves. In contrast, natural processed coffees often lean towards more intense and sometimes jammy, fruit-forward flavors due to the extended contact with the drying cherry. The honey process offers an intriguing middle ground, often resulting in a cup that is both sweet and smooth with a balanced acidity. Understanding processing methods can significantly inform your coffee choices as a home barista. If you particularly appreciate the clarity and nuanced flavors in your pour-over, opting for washed processed beans is often a great strategy. Conversely, if you crave bold, intensely fruity, and perhaps slightly heavier-bodied espresso shots, exploring naturally processed beans might lead you to your new favorite. Home Barista Tip. As you venture into the exciting world of new coffee beans, make it a habit to take note of the processing method indicated on the bag. If you absolutely loved a naturally processed yirgacheffe from Ethiopia, you might find that you also have a strong preference for other naturally processed coffees from different regions in Africa. Over time, your palate will begin to recognize patterns in flavor profiles associated with specific processing methods, making you a more informed and confident coffee buyer. Highlighting the processing method of the coffees you recommend can be a powerful way to differentiate your suggestions and cater to specific preferences. Consider crafting titles like Best Natural Processed Coffees for a Bold and Fruity French Press, or Washed Processed Coffees for a Bright and Clean Pour-Over Experience. These targeted recommendations not only make your content more easily searchable for users with specific flavor preferences, but also create clear and compelling pathways for affiliate sales by directly addressing their needs. In conclusion, the seemingly simple act of processing coffee cherries has a profound and multifaceted impact on the final flavor that graces your cup. By understanding the fundamental differences between washed, natural, and honey-processed coffees, you can unlock a deeper appreciation for the art and science of coffee production and make more informed choices that consistently lead to a more satisfying and flavorful brewing experience. Happy exploring! Chopchick.com